Alright, cool. Hello, everybody, and welcome to more Virtues Last Reward. I'm Cheetah, aka the Cheetah Chew, and I want to die. So, last stream, we went late, and it was like 11 at night, and I was staring at, where is it? I was staring at this shit, okay? And I kind of wanted to just jump off a cliff, because this is terrible. Hello, Riki. Yes, tacos. So here's the thing. I talked it over with Shelties and Shay in our Discord channel. Hello, Shay. Because we've been trying to work this out. And I decided that, and they're okay with it too, and I hope you guys are okay with it, I'm just gonna look the answer to this one up. It's terrible. It's breaking my brain. This kept, like, I had such a headache trying to deal with this after last night. Like, I barely slept because I was just so frustrated. I know what I need to do. I looked up which one of these, so let me explain to you how far I got in this, okay? So 3 people will definitely choose ally, 3 people will definitely choose betray, which means 1 pair and 1 single is always allies, 1 pair and 1 single always chooses betray. Somebody copies everyone else and will always do what their opponent does. So I come up with yesterday that A and D always ally. I'm sorry, A and D always B and D always ally, A and E always betray, and C was the mirror. And I looked it up, and I was correct. That is all correct. I played trial and error. I figured it out. I know that's what they do. And we know that we have to do this twice. For the first answer, which is the one I think to get out of the room, to get the code to get out of the room, we need to strive to get to 9 with 6 people cooperating with us. So I assume that means we have to get to 9 with 6 other people. I don't know. And the second one is we have to be the only person to get past 9. And that's probably for the file. So I'm just looking it up because I can't take this anymore, and it's wasting our precious stream time. And we're almost towards the end, and we all want out of here. So let's do the secret file password, which is us being the only people to get to 9. So, round 1. We're going up against D. A is going up against C, and B is going up against E. And we need to betray. Okay. And then round 2 and 3 are going to be the same. It's going to be us versus C, A versus E, and B versus D. And we are going to ally. C, A, E, B, D, ally. Alright, we're the only one to surpass 9. Okay. So this is the code. Looks like that was the answer. This is the code for the file. So there we go. That looks like the password to the safe. We did it. This should get us into that safe. Yes. Alright. But we need to do it the other way now. Hello. Hello, Riki. Hello, Shelties. Hello, Froggy. Hello, all my sweet darlings. I love you all. Okay, so to get the escape password, we need to make it so that we get, alright, so strive for number 6 cooperations means the vault must always be betray versus betray, ally versus ally, and we have to get 9 points. Okay. So that means we have to vote the same as we have to get to 9 points while always voting the same as our competitors, apparently. Okay. So us versus C, A versus E, B versus D, and we ally, and we do this 3 times apparently. Alright, there we go. Alright, I'm closing out that window. That drove me insane. We already did that one, Caleb. That was for the file. This is to get the key out of here. So, would this be? Could this be? Should this be? Yeah, this is the way out. Alright, so. Alright, cool. Different symbols now in different places. Yes, alright, so let's get the hell out of here. This room gave me such a headache. It brought back every single one of these was ones that I hated. I hated the darts. I hated this shit with the dice. Oh my god. I hated it. This one, the first time we did this in the original room, in the security room, I think it was, I accidentally solved those. And this one, when we did this exact one last night, I picked three, like, I just randomly chose ones and wound up solving it, and I still don't know how I did that. Anyway, there we go. Let's open this. That means you probably open it the same way too. You just need to plug in the password. Let's do it. Alright. I already have Zero Time Dilemma, the third game, installed and ready to go. If we do finish it in the middle of stream, we could start with that. Okay, here's our last file, children. It's our last round of secrets. Achievement unlocked, redacted. I guess that's for unlocking all the secrets. That's cute. Reminds me of my time working at my old job, and that makes me sad. Okay, here we go. Minkowski space. A way of describing reality that adds a fourth dimension of time to three dimensions of space. It was described by German mathematician Hermann Minkowski and therefore bears his name. It's also the name of a ski resort for miniature cows. Cows. Oh, game! Why? Yes! I also have a YouTube video that I saw that it was like some sort of plot synopsis. I don't know how good it is because I haven't watched it, but I will definitely link it once we beat this if you guys want to watch it. Lagomorph, the scientific name for the order in which rabbits belong, and Zero the Third's actual name. Oh! Tenmyoji and Alice. When they were split up at the red, blue, and green chromatic doors, Tenmyoji told Alice that there was something he had to tell her. That something was, of course, his identity, and that he already knew all about Alice and Ice Nine. And not because he'd heard it from Clover. It's because he's Junpei! When they were split up at the red, blue, and green chromatic doors, Tenmyoji told Alice there was something, right, there was identity, and that he already knew about Alice. Oh. No, this one, I'm sorry. After the second round of the AB game, after going through the purple and green doors, there is no purple door. I think they meant magenta. Clover, as a solo, was heard saying the following to Tenmyoji. What the heck did you mean with all that? It's not fair. You're telling the truth, then So what Tenmyoji said to her, the same thing he meant to say to Alice, of course, that he told her who he was. That simple fact shook Clover's resolve and made her vote ally. It probably hadn't been his original intention to betray her, but after thinking about Quirk's safety, he'd probably felt he had no choice and picked betray. A can stand for after, and B for before, but they can also stand for anima and body. Everything that happened in this facility was part of the AB project. So, who was Phi? There are a few clues scattered throughout the story, but nothing conclusive. Perhaps the truth would be revealed at the Nevada test site. What is this? What do you mean, who was? What do you mean, was game? Also, thank you for letting me take my frustrations out via drawings. Here's a little something more about the bomb deactivation passwords. Those passwords, they aren't just gibberish. There's something hidden in each one. I can only give you one hint plus one. Good luck. There's a lot more to the story, but I think we'll stop the secret archives here. Thank you for playing, and we hope you enjoyed the game. Excuse me, I was just thinking that I just want to die. Hold on. hold on. I'm now going back to those. Oh God. I'm now going back to all of the. What? Oh my God. Okay. So the thing you said was +1. So I went to bomb number one's thing, and bomb number one's code was BQZRGJDXR. And if I go one forward in the alphabet, it spells out crash keys. I feel like that can't be a coincidence. I don't know what it means, but I'm gonna go do the others. Okay, bomb. Alright, so bomb number 3 spells Myrmidons! Oh my God! Bomb number 3 spells Myrmidons! If you go +1 in the alphabet. Oh my God! My mind is being blown! It spells Myrmidons! Oh wait, where's bomb number 2? Where's bomb number 2? Okay, here we go. F-R-E. Oh my God, I think this other one spells free the soul. No, Y-Z-Q-S-O. Hold on. Y. Yeah! And bomb number 2 spells free Z, the letter Z, soul. Bomb number 2's is free Z, soul. That's bomb number 2, I'm sorry. Bomb number 3 spells Myrmidons. And bomb number 1 spells crash keys. What is crash keys? Well, we know what Myrmidons and free the soul are. My question is, what is cash keys? Bomb 0? Bomb 0. I did bomb 0, I don't know. Oh my God! Bomb 0 spells my brother. As in, brother. The leader of Free the Soul. Bomb 0 spells my brother. Hello, Void Hunter. My brain just exploded. What a game! So we have my brother, Crash Keys, Free the Soul, and Myrmidons. My brother, Crash Keys, Free the Soul, Myrmidons. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what those... I mean, we know what the Myrmidons are. We know who brother is. We know what Free the Soul is. I don't know what Crash Keys means, and maybe we'll figure it out. I don't know. I'm always hungry for mindfuck skill. Alright, so anyway, let's put in the other one and get out of this room. Now that my brain feels like it's dead. There we go. Yeah, it's Crash Keys as we... Oh, that's Excelavir! Oh. What? Let's see what's in here. First off, the star keys. We can play the A-B games as many times as we want. Hold on. Those keys are important, but look at this. It's Excelavir! Oh, shit! No spoilers, Caleb. You shouldn't even be saying that. Please, I'll reiterate this again. Please, no spoilers, no hints, no anything, unless I specifically ask for them. Excelivir, the Radical 6 cure. Oh, thank goodness. I don't know what to say. Cork is gonna be okay. Is he crying? Yeah, well, probably. And the key, out of here. This key should do the trick. Yeah, that was the Obi-Wan Kenobi thing, and this never activated either. I don't see any buttons or anything, so we might as well leave it. How come we didn't get anything on that screen? Huh. I don't know why I can't access that, but okay. Let's get out of here. Door's locked. It says locked. You guys ready? All set here. Go for it. All right. 3, 2, 1. 2, 3. Stop that! Jeez. 3, 2, 1. Hey! We had to cheat to do it because this room was bullshit and I hated it. Achievements unlocked. Doctor of Escapology and Escapist. Woo! We're escape artists.
It opened.
It did.
We should get back to the Flore warehouse then.
I heard. Did you hear that? A monitor turned on. Did you hear something? I heard a monitor turn on. Oh, Obi-Wan Kenobi. It came from over here. This is one lion eating the sun. This must be where Jumpy Doll comes in. Okay, I need you guys to help me because I have so many notes.
You're right.
The password has to be
Guess
Jumpy
it was
Doll.
set to turn on when we opened the door.
But what's the ID?
It looks like an authentication screen. I think we need to put in an ID and a password.
Yeah, but what?
That's what I noticed the illustration. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the sun. The lion is eating the... Memento Mori if the 9th lion ate the sun. Remember death if the 9th lion ate the sun. I told you there was all these lions and suns all over the place. Kurashiki was not, I haven't heard of Kurashiki as like a username, but maybe. Oh, of course, this was the real 9th lion. But if that was the case... Maybe, I mean, because this is her operation, kind of, maybe Kurashiki is the username. Yes, Kurashiki is Akane's last name. We've just never had any clue that that's a username to something. We've only seen it on her badge. Memento Mori. Maybe it's Memento Mori. Remember... Alright, well, let's try Kurashiki first. It fits. Yep! Beautiful.
Sigma! Look!
There's Akane! Ah! You're...
Akane.
Yeah. It's Akane!
Kurashiki.
As if we didn't already figure it out, now we have him calling her out on it.
For her for a very long time.
He walked towards her. Slowly, almost as if he was afraid of scaring away, he reached out.
She's a hologram.
Yeah. Tenmyoji squeezed his eyes shut.
Akane.
He closed his hand around empty air and let it fall to his side. There was a moment of sad silence, and then she began to speak.
I see you finally arrived. I've been waiting. That's slightly inaccurate. What you see now is a holographic message I recorded before you came here. Unfortunately, this means I will not be able to answer your questions, at least not directly. I hope you will understand.
What do you have to
Now,
say? Give us
where to begin?
Oh, we got a face.
You probably have a great many questions.
Oh, yes, we do.
What day is it?
Yeah.
Where are we?
Yeah.
Who is Zero?
Yeah.
And what does he have to do with Akane Kurashiki?
Yeah.
But I imagine there is one question that rises above all the others.
Why are we here?
Why were we brought here?
Yeah. Yeah, I
The
would think
answer to
so.
that is simple. Everything that has happened here is part of our plan.
Her voice is very low compared to the background
All
music.
of this was required for the success of the AB project.
Was this another future timeline you had to make happen,
I assume
Akane?
you heard the name by now, at least.
Yes.
In any event, you were all needed in order to execute our plan. The nonary game was necessary for the same reason.
Huh.
Your question now, I imagine, is just what is this AB project?
Correct.
The answer to that is also simple. Allow me to explain.
Please.
We created the AB project for one purpose: to transport the consciousnesses of two people into the past. Those two people are you, Sigma, and you, Phi.
What do you mean, the past? The moment the words were out of my mouth, I realized no one there could answer the question. Not Phi, not 10BOG, and certainly not pre-recorded hologram, yeah.
Have you figured out what this room is?
No.
I assume you saw the Q on the door. It stands for quantum.
Right.
That makes this the quantum room.
It took me a moment to realize she changed subjects without even pausing. So we're both in the past and in the future until we walk out of this room? Are we Schrodinger's cats now? There was nothing we could do, of course, but I still felt a twinge of
Take
frustration.
a look at the rear of the room.
We still have like 3 other endings to get to, by the way, according to my walkthrough, and I kind of
You
want to
see
punch
that
air.
large enclosure? That houses our quantum computer. The systems that control this entire facility run on that machine. That includes the construct you refer to as Zero Junior, as well as the golems.
And you knew that we decided to call him Zero Junior.
All of them do their thinking in that box. Isn't that strange, though? It seems contrary to how we perceive the world. The body, the thing that you see and interact with, is somewhere else. But the mind and all its thoughts are in this box. Perhaps it isn't so strange, though. Perhaps humans are the same, with our minds and thoughts existing separate from our bodies.
We discussed this in 999 as well. Weren't we talking? We were talking to Lotus about this in 999, I believe. Didn't we have a moment where she was talking about, like, what if, you know, like, just like computers have like a mainframe and then you have like the computer, you know, terminal, that our brains are somewhere else and we're just a terminal for our brain. We discussed this with Lotus in the last game.
Our core is in our head, of course. We all have individual brains, think individual thoughts, and act according to individual wills. That makes communication difficult, though. So, we're forced to rely on inefficient mediums, like language, photographs, non-verbal cues, etc., to transmit information. Each one of us is an individual, and we have no direct connection to anyone else.
Right.
But, is that really true?
No, because morphogenetic fields, that's why.
Dimensions we are most familiar with, yes, it is. If we look at things from another higher dimension, however, we may all be connected after all, like the branches of a tree or a rhizome. Imagine a horizontal cross-section of the root system of a large tree. All you can see are the spots where the roots intersect the plane of your cross-section in the 2 dimensions you see.
Right.
This isn't the case. If you expand your view
Right.
and look at the root system in 3 dimensions instead of only 2, you see the truth. All the roots join together at the trunk.
Do something stupid. What exactly do you want to do, Void Hunter?
In 2 dimensions, they appear to be separate. But if you look at the roots from a 3rd higher dimension, you see things that might appear to be separate from one another in 3 dimensions could be connected to one another if you look at them in 4 dimensions. Doesn't that
The
at
4th
least seem like
dimension.
it could be a possibility? I believe that is how human consciousness actually works. Well, I'm not the only one, I suppose. Zero and I share that belief.
Huh.
Morphogenetic field theory.
Junpei! Just admit that you're Junpei so we can have it confirmed. Tenmyoji mumbled something that sounded like nonsense. I opened my mouth to ask what it meant, but Akane was already talking again.
Now, when I talk about a 4th dimension, I'm referring to the 4th dimension used in Minkowski space-time.
Right.
Let's start with a single dimension, where all that exists is a point. Connect points to one another, and you have a line. In 1 dimension, the only surface you can create is that, a line. But move to 2 dimensions, and create more lines, and you can create shapes. These are 2-dimensional surfaces. Move up to 3 dimensions, and you can connect these shapes to one another and form 3-dimensional objects. Now you have a 3-dimensional surface, which encompasses a volume of space.
Right.
Connect 3-dimensional objects to one another, and you formed a 4-dimensional object, which encompasses a volume of both space and time.
What?
It is on that 4th dimensional axis that our minds are connected. If that was true, then what would prevent anyone from sending their consciousness backward or forward in time? That theory is the foundation of the AB project.
And I like how she knew that Sigma and Phi were gonna be watching this. She must have gone into the future and seen this like she did in 999 and made the notary game to make this happen.
The A represents
This is
after,
not the true ending.
and the B
This is
represents
there.
before.
This is one ending. It's a bad end, I think, and then we have to start again to do a fire and ice ending. This according to the thing, and then after the fire and ice ending, we can branch off again to do the Phi good ending, and then we get the true ending. Apparently, according to the walkthrough that I have. So we have like 4 other endings to go through.
It probably sounds silly to you. A ridiculous story made up by a mad old...
If I'm reading this right anyway. Ugh.
But look at what's happened to you. You've seen many different worlds and timelines, haven't you, Sigma?
Yes.
And what about you, Phi? I know you have too. Am I wrong?
No, you're right.
Tenmyoji should know what I'm talking about as well. I believe you experienced something very similar nearly half a century ago.
Right, Void Hunter? That's what I don't get. Like, if you connect 3-dimensional objects, it's still a 3-dimensional object. Where does time suddenly come into that? Oh, bullshit Japanese plots. Yes, you did when we saved
Sent your
you.
consciousness to the past to help save a little girl's life.
Confirmation. He's Junpei.
Perhaps you still remember.
Of course.
Yeah, of course I do. How can I forget? That little girl was you, Akane.
Oh, he's Junpei! Suddenly he felt like Phi and I were outsiders trespassing on something we had no right to see. Tenmyoji's face was taut with emotion as he looked into Akane's eyes. It seemed almost like she was looking back at him.
Now, unfortunately, my time is up. The final stage of the project will begin very soon. I need to go.
Well, you're kind of dead, but I wouldn't be surprised if you showed back up anyway because time bullshit,
So come and find
bye!
me. I'll be waiting. One last thing. The cat in the box.
Yes.
Is it alive? Or is it dead? Sigma? Phi? You will decide its fate. Goodbye.
We're
Wait.
opening the box.
Akane, wait!
Oh, Tenmyoji. I can almost see you. You don't need to worry. Everything is going to be okay. I will see you again one day. I promise. But I'm going to have to ask you to wait just a little longer.
Wait. Akane!
Oh, Tenmyoji! And then she was gone. Oh, Tenmyoji collapsed to his knees, his back hunched and shaking. I saw tears laying on the white-knuckled fists he pressed against his thighs. Oh, I kept quiet. What was there to say? Phi and I looked at one another and nodded silently. With a shaking hand, Tenmyoji pulled a photograph out of his pocket. It was a picture of a girl. After all we'd been through, her smile was enough to break your heart. We made our way to the warehouse on floor 8 and met up with the others. It took only a few minutes to decide to head to the infirmary. Rie! You just missed some shit! As soon as we arrived, we began to treat Alice and Cork for Radical 6. I gave Luna the Excalibur that I found in the Q room. She quickly prepared it and... we'll shoot you back alive! Good job. They shall live. Injected Alice and Cork.
Goodness. It will take some time for them to recover completely, but they should be fine. Good.
Indeed.
Thank you, Luna. And thanks for finding the medicine, you guys. Thank you so much.
You did get the important stuff. Well, the important stuff is that we apparently... This is all apparently... all of this was apparently set up so that Phi and Sigma could learn to jump into different timelines. I don't know what the purpose of that is.
No
Don't
need
sweat
to
it.
thank us.
Tenmyoji said nothing, just walked over to Cork's unconscious body. He took the small boy's hand in his own and held it tight. I could see tears at the corner of his eyes as he turned away from us. Yes, we do know that everybody is infected. However, we also know that some people have natural antibodies. We know that we have antibodies, or at least we can discern that. Because we had, like, a Radical 6 episode. We had, like, an episode in one of the other timelines, and then we recovered. So, maybe the others also have those antibodies? Suddenly I remembered. Dio. Where had he gone? It didn't take me long to find him. He was sprawled unconscious on the floor beneath the sink. And in beautiful poetic justice from other timelines, he is handcuffed to the sink. Beautiful. I could not have done it better myself. Beautiful. This beautiful irony. Handcuffs?
Oh, we found those in the crew quarters. Before you returned, we went to check on the bomb in room 2, and we found them there. Of course, the bomb was indeed turned off. Thank you again for dealing with them.
Oh,
you are
you're welcome.
quite literally lifesavers. You have my eternal gratitude.
Yes. That was exactly what happened, Mie. Was we were in the security room talking to Phi, and all of a sudden her voice started fast forwarding, and we were like, and then he kind of like passed out to rest, and then woke up, and he was fine. And I was like, I coughed awkwardly and looked pointedly around the room. I glanced over at Phi to see she was doing the same thing. Yeah, it's fine. It just, jumped through other timelines to disarm the bombs. After that, we headed back to the Floor A warehouse to play the AB games, specifically me, Phi K, and Luna. Clover 10 Miyoji decided to remain in the infirmary just in case something happened with Alice, Cork, or Dio. Luna would represent Clover's team. With Cork and Dio sleeping, Kay would represent their team by default, which left me Fi and 10 Miyoji. You should vote.
No, I'll let you handle it.
Oh god, what are we doing? Hold on. Okay.
I chose Betray in the last round.
Apparently, we're gonna get stopped here, it looks like. I don't know.
You probably don't trust me right now.
What? That doesn't matter now.
Excuse me. I apologize for interrupting, but I think you should be the one to vote in the next round, Fi.
Why?
You already have 9 BP. There's no reason for you to choose Betray now. You see?
Hey, you're acting like I might actually try to betray it.
Not necessarily.
What does it matter what he's suggesting? We're almost there. We just have to play the A-B game 3 more times. Then we can all get 9 points. But that means each representative has to choose ally all 3 times.
Right. Correct. And then we'll all have 9 points.
Okay, I'll vote. You sure you're alright with this, Sigma?
Yeah. I trust you. I handed her the star key.
Shall we open the doors?
But shall we trust her? I suppose we could.
An ambidex gate 45.
Oh, right. We have to wait for the deadline.
Oh. Well, we could vote earlier, but then each voter would be stuck inside the AB room for 45 minutes.
Yeah, that sucks.
Okay,
Let's have a dance party!
let's go back to the infirmary then.
Okay,
I agree. Please, lead the way.
Luna and Kay set off towards the yellow door. I was about to follow when... Oh, hello, Fi.
I just remembered something.
Ooh, what?
The AB room on the left. In one of the other histories, she...
Yep. Oh, yeah, you're right. Akane's body was in there. What does this mean? Why didn't we find her body this time? That's right! Oh, shit! That's right! We never found Akane's dead body in this timeline. Oh, shit! So, if you remember, the first storyline we did was this one, and we got stuck somewhere over here at the 4th lock. And then I went, fuck, I didn't know there was locks, and then I found the walkthrough. But it was only on our second playthrough that we found Akane's body. We haven't found it, so she's not dead in this storyline, at least as far as we know.
Maybe because she wasn't murdered.
Yeah, but how? When did history change?
Do you remember what Akane said?
The cat in the box.
She was the cat in the box.
Alive? Or is it dead?
Something that we did saved her life.
Fine.
That's a good question, Shay.
Its fate.
If she didn't die in this storyline, how did Dio get his bracelet? That is a very good question. The Schrodinger's cat thing.
Exactly.
I wonder what she meant about us deciding its fate.
Perhaps she was saying her own fate wasn't decided yet.
Huh?
The history where she's alive and the history where she's murdered are both real right now.
What? No, no, because we haven't found her body yet. That's impossible. We've already opened the box. We opened the door to this AB room and there was no body.
No, we haven't opened the box. We haven't found a body, but we haven't found her alive yet either.
Right, so she's technically both alive and dead until we find
In
her.
other words, we
Right.
haven't actually observed her. The hologram was a recording from before this game started.
Right.
The next time we meet, I can tell you the rest of the story. So come and find me. I'll be waiting.
Where was Akane now? What was she waiting? Where was she waiting for us? Or what if she wasn't anywhere now? What if she was waiting for us in another timeline? Or what if she was waiting for us in the past? Was that even possible? If she was, what would that mean? Well, we know we're not done yet because we haven't seen this storyline where she clings to the bomb and dies. Yeah, we haven't seen that yet. Hey! Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay, so that was one end. A new destination has been added to the flowchart. Okay, so using your flowchart, jump to the top to see that a new path has been revealed. This will be the fire and ice ending. Oh, look at this. Okay, we have a new little storyline. Yeah, maybe she never put on the bracelet. That's true. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Damn it. Feels like my head's gonna explode. Wait. Oh, here we go. Where the hell am I? We're back here, huh? Now, I can't skip through this.
No.
Oh!
This is one of the AB rooms.
Oh! Ah! Who the hell are you? And what the hell is an AB room?
Damn.
Ah, you jumped, but we didn't.
I guess you did lose your memory after all.
Oh, here we go, guys! This is gonna be fun! Memory. Memory. Ah, here we go! It's all coming back to us now! Oh, that scene where everybody was piled on top of each other dead is so good! It was so good. It's my favorite scene so far. It was just so stupid. I remember. You're Fi. She grinned. What is this?
Check your bracelet.
It's a red pear. B piece 3.
Mine's the same.
So we're at the very beginning, but our colors have changed because we weren't red pears when we first played, were we? Hold on. This is why Gina takes notes. We were. Okay, we were red pears in the beginning. We were. Does this mean this is the beginning of the game? We've gone back to when we first woke up in the AB room?
No, not quite. I think we woke up a little earlier this time.
How do you know that?
Push the buttons on the side of your bracelet.
Oh, 2 hours, 15 minutes.
We didn't wake up this long before the primary doors opened last time. I think we're about an hour early.
Oh, wait a minute. If you're right.
Yeah, Akane might still be alive.
We can go back here and save her! Oh, does that mean we get to kill Dio again? Because if it does, I'm so down for this.
We got back before Dio killed her.
Oh, yes! Yes, please!
I think.
Please, can we kill Dio? Oh, God, I hope. Let's get out of this room quick. I remember how to solve it. Let's do it.
Right.
Then.
We're here for one reason.
To stop her from getting killed.
Exactly.
We're gonna do it! Let's move. We need to get out of here
Don't need to
fast.
tell me twice. Let's go.
Do I have to solve this room again? I do. Okay. If the solution is the same, then I remember exactly how to do this. Okay. I remember exactly how to do this. We don't need to look there. This is our past. Remember, that means we're just repeating history. You see what I'm getting at? The password for the safe should be the same one we got. Oh, okay. Right. Truth. I didn't even think of that. Passwords for the elevator. Star, moon. You remember the password for the safe. You figured it out last time. I hope it's the correct. I hope it's the same one. Okay. There's nothing in there. Okay, opened it. That's the wrong password. We need the other. All right, okay. I was curious to see if there was anything in there. I purposely picked the other password. Because I just wanted to see if there was Alright, so this is star, moon, sun. Okay. Star. Sun. Here we go! There, it opened. Good work! Hurry up and get the cracker. Cracker? Oh, damn, I meant key. How the hell? Oh, right! Do you guys remember? Oh, I get why she said that. If you remember, when we first met her, we were like, what the hell? Why would somebody have a safe in here? She's like, you keep stuff that you want to keep safe in a safe. And we were like, what? Like what? And she was like, a cracker. And we were like, a cracker? What? So she's calling back to the first time we were in here when she was being dumb. Alright, let's do it. Alright, let's put this key in here. For God's sake, just do it already! She's like panicking. 25? What do you think? I know. I don't need to ask every time, right? What the hell are you asking? Hurry up and... Right. I'm going. 10, 9, 8, 1, done! Like an old married couple, I swear to God. Hey! You pushed the button! Bite me, you were taking too long. We're on a schedule here. Oh. Yay! We found it! I like that the game still went through the whole you found it thing, though. That was funny. And I didn't even think of that. I didn't even need the answers to these rooms if I had to play them over again. I already had the codes. Fine, I climbed through the hatch and out the top of the AB room. It took us only a moment to spot them. Oh, here we go! Behind her was Dio. Let's call out! Just scream! He was moving quickly and quietly, a knife glinting in his right hand. Shit. Come on, use some of that leaping power, 5. There was no time to yell at her. I scribbled down from the top of the AB room. 5 wasn't following me. When I looked back, she was still standing on the roof. 5! What the hell are you doing? Get down here! Before I could finish, she moved. She ran across the roof, launched herself into the air. Yes! Yes! Fi is officially my favorite character. All the other characters can go fuck themselves. She drop kicked Dio. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10. We did it. 11 out of 10. 11 out of 10. Thank you.
He's fine. Just unconscious.
I bent down and held my fingers to the front of his mouth. He was still breathing.
I don't think he saw me. He probably has no idea what happened to him.
I went down like a sack of potatoes.
He had it coming.
Oh, yes, he did. I heard footsteps coming to a stop right in front of us. Now we can ask you for some answers, lady. I looked up. And you probably know we're from the future, too.
So you came.
Yep.
I've been waiting for you.
Oh, Akane! Ah!
You're here to hear the rest, right?
Oh, yes, we are. Wait a minute. What the hell is your deal? How can you be so calm? If we hadn't showed up just now, you'd...
Have been stabbed in the heart by this young man and died. Yes. Although, that reminds me, I haven't thanked you yet. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're
I
welcome.
very much appreciate you saving me.
What?
Hold on. How do you know about being stabbed by Dio? Are you an Esper too?
Yes.
Of course she is.
Indeed I am. I am able to jump through time, just like you.
Then what the hell were you thinking? If you knew he was going to stab you, what were you going to let him do? Why were you going to let him do it? That's the
Because
question.
I had to.
What?
Think back. Why
Okay.
are you here? If I hadn't been killed by Dio, no one else would have been murdered. Consequently, your own abilities would never have manifested.
That's true. I suppose, yeah.
I did explain, didn't I? The purpose of the AB project was to send the two of you to the past. Or your minds, at least. In order for that to happen, some death was necessary. When a human brain is faced with danger, its processing speed increases.
You know that firsthand when you were almost incinerated.
Information is processed more quickly, and time almost seems to slow.
But my question
is, seconds can feel like an eternity.
What are you doing here a year? This can't be a year after 999. It can't.
Unfortunately, that in itself isn't enough to send oneself through time. The amplitude of the consciousness is simply too small. In order to increase the amplitude, we need to slow down the brain before the increase happens. It's a little like a slingshot.
Right, you pull it back really slowly, and then when you let go, it goes careening forward.
You pull back on the rubber band,
right,
and then let go. The potential energy you stored in the band is released and converted into kinetic energy.
Yo, that would be hilarious, Schultes, if we just picked up the knife and killed her.
That's what fires the bullet out of the slingshot.
See that coming, would ya?
Now, while a slingshot can only fire in one direction, your mind isn't similarly limited.
Right! You set yourself forward in time, but you could also send yourself sideways into parallel universes.
When the bullet of your consciousness is fired from the slingshot of your brain, it travels past the three-dimensional world and into the four-dimensional one. From that perspective, time is no longer fixed. In other words, you can travel to the future, the past, whenever you like. Your consciousness has been released from the three-dimensional cage. In order for that to happen, I had to infect you with Radical 6.
Whoa, what?
We're infected with Radical 6?
We knew that.
Yes. Don't you remember, Sigma? Luna should have told you about it in another timeline.
Yep.
Are you sure? Infecting all of these people with such a horrible disease?
Every single one of you has been infected. Well, apart from Luna, of course.
Right.
Unfortunately, it was necessary. We needed to slow your minds in order to store up your potential energy.
Okay.
Then we provided a dire situation that would accelerate your processing speed. The result is what you are now experiencing. Your consciousness now occupies four-dimensional space-time. Even that, however, wasn't enough. You had the ability to travel, but your memories could easily be lost during the trip.
Right.
If the project was to succeed, you had to be able to retain everything you learned in each reality. That was the reason you were forced to jump so many times.
Right.
With each jump, your ability to remember improved.
Okay.
Eventually, you would be able to retain everything. That is why we made you play the A-B game. That was why you had to select different chromatic doors. By forcing specific choices, we could cause you to make more jumps.
Right. More possibilities meant more different things to choose and more reasons to jump. I get it. I think I finally understand. Well, okay, there are a lot of things I don't understand, but all of what you just told me makes sense. You did all of this so that Fi and I could jump through four-dimensional space with our memories intact.
Yes.
Right? But why did you need us to do that? People have died for this. I mean, let's count how many different ways people died. Murder, antimatter explosions, suicide. I've died, so has Fi, so have you. Everybody has died at some point. So why would you do all this? What does it matter that Fi and I jumped through time?
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable. You were all destined to die. Sacrifices had to be made. for the sake of the project.
I already know all that. What I'm asking you is why? What is so goddamn important that it's all worth this? Yes.
I'm sure you'll figure it out eventually.
Why can't you just tell me, Akane?
What? Just when is eventually?
In a future not very far from now.
Take your future and stuff it, Akane! What is wrong with you? Do I need to bring Tenmyoji out here? Cause listen, if you two have some unfinished business and if you two want to go into an AB room and just like do your business and just like bang it out and get it over with, if that'll put you in a better mood where we don't have to die over and over, that'd be great. This is not Higurashi. This is not bullshit. That's not good enough. Why can't you tell us now? Instead of answering, Akane knelt down next to Dio and picked his knife up off the floor.
I'm going to keep this with me.
Oh, I thought she was gonna kill herself. Don't change the subject.
But it's almost time.
What are you talking about? We've got plenty of time.
No, in a few moments, you'll return to the original timeline.
What?
This is the way it has to be. Don't fight it. Lagomorph.
Yes.
Yes, we know that's Zero's real name.
Lagomorph?
You call him Zero Jr. His official designation is Lagomorph. Lagomorph, this is an order. Unlock my bracelet.
Compliance.
Oh, is she gonna slap it on Dio? She gonna slap that ish on Dio? Yep.
Now, everything is in place. I have put the bracelet onto Dio.
And that's how she survived, but he still had the bracelet.
All we have to do is place his body in the 5th AB room, the second one from the right.
That's the one Quark is in, right?
Correct. I will move him. I will also put your bodies back into the 3rd AB room. Once that's done, I will reset its puzzle to an unsolved state.
Why do you need to do all that?
To recreate the history that you remember. Your consciousness is about to leave your body and return to the future. Your body will be emptied, and your other consciousness will jump back in. If your bodies aren't back in the 3rd AB room by then, it would be bad.
So you're saying some version of us is going to wake up in that room and repeat the same history again?
What?
Well, I guess this could actually be our 2nd or 3rd time.
You are exactly correct. Lastly, I'm going to leave this with you.
What? She paused and pulled something out of her pocket. It was a small key attached to a string.
I'll tie it onto your ankle so that you won't lose it. All right, Sigma?
What does it say on there?
Tu fui ego eris.
It's Latin. It means, what you are, I
was. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, the implications.
What I am, you
will
will be.
be. Oh,
Yes.
shit. What am I supposed to do with
It
it?
will help you meet someone who's very important.
What?
Go. Return to the future.
Oh.
You won't be alone. I will be at your side, watching over you. Now hurry.
Wait, I still... Holy shit. A new destination has been added to the food chain. Where is this? Here? Is that what this is? You can now jump back to the bottom right to finish off the Phi ending. Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're going back here to finish off the Phi ending.
Oh, looks like you're awake.
Is this the infirmary?
Why are we here?
Oh.
Do you know what happened at the AB gate?
No, we don't. Please tell us, because we haven't been at this part of this timeline in this plan.
Kay and I went back to the infirmary, but...
So this is why we didn't find her body in this timeline, was because when we got to this point, we went back and saved her, so she never actually died. Okay.
We waited and waited, and the two of you never returned.
So we went to the warehouse to check on you.
We found you passed out in front of the AB rooms.
That's when our consciousness is shoved into the future.
Kay and I hurried back here with you.
Right. I looked over at Phi and met her eyes. Do you remember what happened just now?
You mean what happened a long time ago?
Yeah. You got it pretty good, huh?
Huh. Yeah, I remember all right.
Oh, so do I. It was fun. Can we do it again? Can you just like jump up onto those beds and just kick them again for like shits and giggles? Can we do that?
Hey, what are you guys talking about?
Clark! Ba 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 ba. Clark! You cutie pie!
What am I? Chopped liver?
Alice, I hate you. Hi.
Back among the conscious and not psychotic, huh?
Yeah, thanks. Grandpa told me what you did. Thanks for finding the medicine for us.
You're very welcome, my dear. I'm so happy to see you up and about. All in a day's work. Although I wouldn't mind a little.
Really
better not be
grabbing at
talking to
straws
Quark.
here, aren't you?
Hey, I wasn't talking to Quark. That was an offer for Alice.
Not really my point.
Whatever. Forget about that. Now that you guys are awake, all we gotta do is open the number 9 door.
Huh?
What are you talking about?
Did you guys play the AB game while we were gone?
Look at your bracelet.
You guys played the AB game while we were gone, didn't you? It says 10. I have 10 BP.
I've got 15 BP. That means I got 6 more points while I was out.
But how?
You've been asleep for more than 2 hours.
Oh.
We've played the AB game 3 times.
3
Yes.
times?
Of course, the color and group assignments were shuffled around each time. But no matter who voted, everyone chose Ally.
Oh my god, everybody actually worked together. Holy shit, I never thought I'd see the day.
And now all of us have enough to leave.
Good, let's get out of here, man. Praise Jesus. I was stunned. How had everyone cooperated long enough to resolve it? Yeah, really? Was it because Akane hadn't been killed? Without a death to start things off, maybe we'd been less suspicious of one another. That's a very good point. Or could the bombs have had something to do with it? Also a very good point. We'd all joined forces against Dio, and Phi and I had been able to disarm all of them. So you knew you could trust us, and we all had a common enemy. So all of us had banded together against a common enemy and overcome a tremendous threat. Perhaps that had strengthened our bond. Which I had to admit would be somewhat ironic. After all, Dio had planted the bombs that forced us all to work together against him. This must have been what Akane was talking about.
Haven't I told you? Death was unavoidable.
Right.
Sacrifices had to be made for the sake of the project.
Come on, let's go! Let's open the door and get out of here!
Yeah! Wait. What about him? Can we leave him there, please? After some discussion, we decided to leave Dio behind! Yes! Oh, I thought that they were gonna whip out and take him with us! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, I'm so excited! Look, everybody's so happy! Everybody in the chat is like, yes! Fuck Dio! This is the best ending! Alice is the only holdout. She complained about wanting to take him back to her superiors. Well, yeah, she has a personal vendetta against him. But after I mentioned they'd come back to investigate after we escaped and dealt with Dio then, she reluctantly complied.
Alright, Let's get going.
Yes! I don't even care if he gets rescued. I just think it's hilarious that we're gonna leave him behind. I want him to wake up, handcuffed, and then realize that he got left to die. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, I'm so excited, I'm so excited, I'm so excited. Everybody ready, everybody ready, everybody ready? Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it, let's do it!
Yes, just get on with it.
Everyone else swallowed and nodded. I grabbed the lever and pulled it down. Oh, I'm so excited! And being that we're leaving Dio behind, we do kind of get to be the asshole now, huh? Finally!
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9.
Alright, everybody, let's move! Yes, Queen! Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to figure out where we are, and we're all going to be together, and I'm so excited. I didn't need to tell them twice. The room inside was clearly a loading elevator. It looked sort of like a large plate on top of a huge pedestal. We ran to the center of the plate and turned around. The number 9 door stood wide open.
1 0. The number 9 door is closing.
Bye, Dio! Yay! I've never been so happy to see those doors close.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over,
All the doors have been unlocked. And we did not get the please enjoy your stay message because we're not on the inside this time. Hell yeah! Oh, I'm so excited. He wouldn't have died. He did have 9 BP. He did have 9 BP. We just left him tied up there, that's all. And if he did come running through somehow, I think the 8 of us would just jump on him and punch him to death.
Yes, we should keep moving.
Beyond the door was a wide hallway that ended in a very solid wall. To the left, we found a very familiar looking door. We pushed it open and went in. Yep, and this is the decompression chamber. We need those suits. Notice, by the way, how there's only 8 suits. Notice how there's only 8 suits. As if whoever made this knew that one of us would not be exiting.
You know what this place is?
Yeah, sort of. This whole facility is pressurized, apparently. I think the idea is to keep the air outside and consequently the virus from getting inside. That means if we want to go out, we have to decompress so we match the outside air pressure. This room is where you prepare for going into the actual pressure exchange room. You see all those suits along the wall? I think we need to put those on and head to the decompression room downstairs.
Whoa! Hold on a minute. You're saying the air outside is full of that horrible virus?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. Of course, according to Akane, we were already infected with Radical 6, so the whole room seemed a little pointless.
Why? How did all this happen?
Did they?
No, that's not possible.
We've come this far. We can't turn back now.
That's right.
Let's go outside.
How are you going to put on a suit, though? Oh, or maybe he doesn't need one, and that's why there's only 8? We also never opened up your suit, dude. Although, if we did, that would be bad news bears for us, because we have the same face.
There's no way to know what's really going on until we do.
All right.
I want to see if he puts on a suit. No one else objected. We donned the pressurized suits and headed downstairs to the decompression room. If he puts on a suit, then she like definitely knew we were leaving Dio behind. I did say bad time. It is a bad time. As soon as we were all inside, the process began. Through my helmet, I could hear the soft hiss of air being sucked out of the room. We have the key that she put on our ankle. We stood there for several minutes waiting for the process to finish. But I don't know what it's for yet. At last it did, and we heard the door begin to open. Beyond it was another decompression chamber. We repeated the process 2 more times before we reached the final door and opened it. Okay. The dead bleak landscape wasn't a surprise for me. I'd seen it before, in another timeline. Yes, we had. The others hadn't, however. And although I couldn't see their faces through the visors of their helmets, I heard more than a few gasps over the radio. For a few long moments, we just stood there, astonished.
Where the hell are we?
The desert, I guess?
I figured that out. I mean, which one?
I don't know, but I think I know what day it is.
Hmm?
Oh! We can look up!
Look at the moon. It's red, right?
Right. That's
that
the
means
moon.
Today's the total lunar eclipse.
So?
Remember the astronomy magazine in the lounge?
I can't be 2028! Then how did Junpei and Akane get so old a year after the 999 game? Unless they physically transported back in time. Not just their consciousnesses, but physically went back in time. Or, if this is the next lunar eclipse after 2028, that's another possibility as well.
Well, the next
that it's a
eclipse
different
like this
lunar
was gonna
eclipse.
be on December 31st, 2028. So...
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. Are you suggesting we were sleeping for a week after we were abducted?
I think so.
Wherever we must have been far away from any city, the air was clearer than I'd ever seen it. And the stars, the sky was full of them, more stars than I'd ever seen in my life. I could even spot the hazy arm of the Milky Way. But the most striking feature was the moon. It was blood red and massive, much bigger in fact than I remembered it being. Then, as I watched, the black spot began to move across its surface. It was hard to see the details, but it looked circular. The spot continued to move across the moon, heading for the right edge. Oh, what is that? What's that?
Well, the moon's shadow, actually.
The moon's shadow? I frowned. That didn't make any sense.
Zero told me to stay quiet.
Excuse me?
I think he was worried I'd spill the beans on his operation. He said if I didn't toe the line, he wouldn't just kill me. He'd kill Quark, too. And I agreed, like an idiot, and brought Quark with me. Just...
Right, we knew that you came
so
here
I
of
could
your
see
own
her.
free will. Just so you could see Akane.
Such an idiot. So, that being the case, might as well start with this. I meant what I said before. That up there is the moon's shadow.
What the hell are you saying?
Think about it. If that's the moon's shadow, then what's it falling on?
That's Earth?
We're not on Earth! We're on Mars!
Yeah. It's not
We're on
bad
Mars!
to get from a lunar eclipse. Then again, this isn't a lunar eclipse. It's a solar eclipse. Anybody in the black spot down there is looking up at the moon, covering the sun.
What? No, no way! If that's the Earth, then where the hell are we? We're on Mars!
The moon, of course. This is the lunar surface.
Oh, we're on the
We
moon?
were just inside a moon base. No way. No.
But we were supposed to be on Mars!
How do you expect us to believe that?
Okay.
This can't be the moon.
Yeah. That's pretty ridiculous. Besides, if this was the moon, how do you explain the gravity? The moon only has 1/6 of the Earth's gravity. So what's this?
She picked up a rock and dropped it.
See?
Unless we're in some kind of force field.
That looked perfectly normal.
Yes, it looked that way.
Luna?
You were right about the gravity in a way. I was one of the people who knew this wasn't Earth. Well, I
Ah.
suppose I'm not people, if we're being honest, but
Excuse me?
Yeah, I'm a robot.
please just listen.
It's the moon, apparently.
Alice, you were infected with Radical 6. Then we gave you the Excelavir, which cured you. The Radical 6 isn't completely gone, though. Some of its symptoms stick around for a while.
What symptoms?
Well, Radical 6 can slow down your brain's processing speed by the root of 1/6.
So we're not seeing regular gravity. We're watching the rocks fall in fast forward because we all still have Radical
It can
6.
take a while for your brain to get back up to speed. Every one of us has been infected. In other words, all of our brains have been processing information at a much lower speed. If you evaluated the root of 1/6, you'll get a number close to 0.408. That means our brains are running at something slightly less than half speed.
So we were in there for a while.
As you said before, the moon's gravity is about 1/6 that of Earth's.
Of the Earth's. So this looks normal to
The time
us.
that it takes for an object to fall is inversely proportional to the square root of the gravitational acceleration. Since the gravity is lower on the moon,
Right.
that means the time increases. I guess that's a little technical. Let me give you an example. Say you drop an apple from a height of 4.9
I get it.
meters. It will take approximately 1 second to hit the ground. On the moon, however, that time would be 1 second times root 6, which
Right.
would be approximately 2.45 seconds. I used 4.9 meters because it matches up with the acceleration of gravity nicely, but it could be anything. The gravity constant is, well, a constant.
Hello, Kisa Prime. We're loving this game too. I've not seen my wonderful streaming community come together and get excited about a game like this ever. We've been loving it.
Drop something from 10 centimeters or 10 meters and it would be the same.
The only thing I ask since you came in and you clearly know these games is we haven't played the third one yet, so please no spoilers. Or even about this one either, because we haven't seen any of this. But otherwise, you are more than welcome to be here. I'm excited to see you. We have played through 999. We did play through the first game, yes. But we haven't played the third, and we're playing this one blind. So, just
Does that make
as
sense?
a precursor. Yes,
So
that makes
now we've
sense.
established that on the moon, things fall 6 times slower than they do on Earth.
Right.
That being the case, what would happen if someone's brain slowed down by root 1/6? To them, 2.45 seconds would feel like 1 second.
Right.
4.9 seconds would feel like 2.
Right.
But it's not hypothetical. That's what's been happening to every one of us.
Wait, you're saying that's the reason we didn't notice the weaker gravity?
Are you sure you didn't notice anything? Think back.
Huh?
You and Sigmund Phi said something about it in the lounge.
What?
About how you felt weird.
It's kind of like my body isn't really mine.
Oh.
I'm sort of floating. Like that.
Oh. It seemed insane, but what Luna said made sense. In fact, it explained Phi's apparently superhuman strength. Yeah, that explains her crazy jumps. Yeah, my mind is definitely being blown. For sure.
Wait. This is crazy.
I still want to
That
know
can't
about my
possibly
arms,
be
too.
Earth out there.
Or, like, were my arms only, like, cybernetic in that one storyline? I still want to know what happened to my arms.
Look at it. I've seen photos of Earth, and it's blue and green and beautiful. That thing is just red.
Well, this is a story all about how
Before we get into that,
the
I
Earth
should
got
probably
flipped
tell
turned
you something.
upside down.
This isn't New Year's Eve in 2028.
Nope, it's way in the future because you are old as shit,
Today is
Junpei.
January 27th.
In 29?
No,
Don't tell me. 30?
still no.
Ooh, girl, we've been asleep for a long time.
Just what year is this?
It's 74. 2074.
Oh, I refuse! I refuse! No! No!
To my side, my noble Einherjar.
Hey, who hit the follow button? Was that Kisa? Yeah, thank you so much for the follow, Kisa. So this is supposed to be in 2028. We've been asleep for 46 years. It's been 84 years. No, that's insane. That would mean we were abducted more than 45 years ago. Yep.
I don't blame you if you don't believe me. But it's the truth.
That explains why you and Akane are old as shit.
How can you be sure?
It's not that hard. Quark and I left Earth on January 23rd, 2074.
That's the day before my birthday.
Solar eclipses are easy to predict. We've known that there'd be one on the 27th for a long time. That's just science. Nobody can change that.
But why is the Earth red?
That's a long story.
I would like that story, Tenmi OG.
About 45 years ago, on April 13th, 2029, there were 18 annihilation reactors operating in various parts of the world.
Oh, I can't get the words in here. But, April 13th, 2029. Why do I have a feeling this is gonna be about where the third game happens? Just saying.
On the 13th, all 18 of them went up. All at the same time.
Yeah, that would wipe out Earth. That would do it.
Was about 180,000 times as powerful as the atom bomb.
Yeah, that would do some damage. What? Why?
It started a few months before that.
Hello, star-stabbed moon. Welcome to the insanity.
The government had a test site for a future Mars mission out in the middle of Nevada. On
Right.
December 31st, 2028, there was an accident.
Radical 6?
Well, accident doesn't quite convey the right sense of the thing. The point is, Radical 6 claimed its first victims there.
Right. That was the recording that we heard.
Didn't take long for it to spread to the rest of the world.
For the woman to be like, I may have killed everyone.
Like Luna explained, the virus slows your brain down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about where the third... I'm pretty sure the third game is going to be about what happened there. Or at least I would assume, but I'm not 100% sure because... You know, no spoilers, please. Again, I'm going to say it as many times as I need to.
But eventually, it also makes you kill yourself.
Oh, don't tell me that, Kisa. Don't tell me that.
Pretty soon, the bodies started to pile up. Some people would take a dive off a building or shoot themselves in the head. You know, the classics. But for some, it was poison, or fire, or asphyxiation, or the noose. Plenty of people jumped in front of trains or cars. One pilot on a passenger airline drove his plane into the ground.
Ooh.
Most forms of transportation ground to a halt pretty fast. That meant food couldn't get distributed, and thousands of people who weren't even infected died from starvation. Everywhere you went, there were just piles of corpses, covered in flies and rats and crows. I don't know what hell's like, but I imagine it's a lot like that. After a while, people who managed to avoid getting infected started trying to get in touch with one another. They got a hold of some radios and organized a couple meetings. There was only one thing to discuss, of course. How could they get rid of Radical 6? The answer, they decided, was purification. They figured they could just roast the surface of the Earth, and that'd kill the virus off for good. On April 13th in 2000,
So they set it off on purpose.
plan into effect. That plan was to detonate all 18 annihilation reactors. Now the truth is, that's mostly just rumor. Nobody really knows what happened. But I've got my own theories. I think that the bombers had already been infected. And when they died, they took billions with them. The ultimate if I die, you're coming with me gesture, I suppose. I'd bet you money they'd all lost it long before they got to the reactors. Killing most of the world, no matter how bad things had gotten, was was not a sane plan, even if it wasn't directly responsible. Radical 6 killed most of the people on Earth. Anyway, why it happened isn't that important. Point is, it happened.
Okay.
You ever heard of nuclear winter? Well,
Yeah.
that's basically what we got. The explosion threw a ton of crap up into the stratosphere, where it joined up with smoke and ash from all the fires. It blotted out the sun for 7 years. Plants withered and animals died by the millions. The few humans who were left banded together to survive. They were rough times. Eventually they were over, though. The sky cleared and the sun came back. Plants started blooming again, and the animals that hadn't died out completely began to reappear. Things weren't quite back to normal, though. It's been 45 years now, but there's still quite a bit of dust and ash in the air. That's what you're seeing.
Ah.
You know why a sunset's red? Well, this is the same thing. Blue and green light have short wavelengths, and they scatter when they run into debris in the air. Red light, on the other hand, has a longer wavelength, which means it'll get a lot farther when the air's dirty. So there you are. The Earth looks red because that's the only color of light that can make it through the atmosphere.
I was speechless. What could I possibly say? There was no reason for Tenmyoji to lie to us. So we were standing on the moon, looking at the Earth. It was 2074. But why? Why were we there? Why were we then? And who are we supposed to meet that's super important? I assume it's Zero. I was so lost in thought that I barely noticed Fi's approach.
Hey, Sigma. I think I figured something out.
What's up, girl? A window popped up in the corner of my helmet with Whisper in the corner. Ah, she seemed to be using a circuit only we could hear. Yeah? What is
I
it?
figured out why there's an extra E.
Oh, in the 9th line, 8th the sun? An extra E. Oh, you mean the graffiti?
Yeah, the one on floor B. I think it's an anagram, just like on floor A.
What's Anna say this time?
God damn it, Sigma. Knock it off.
The terrible jokes. I love them.
Memento mori if the 9th lion ate the sun. If you rearrange the letters, you get the man on the moon rules the infinite time.
Ah.
See?
The man on the moon rules
You need
the
6
infinite
E's
time.
to get that. So they stuck an extra one in 9th.
Oh, that wasn't exactly what you said, though, Shay. You said something about a woman, the man on the... Did you say something about the man on the throne or something, didn't you say? The man on the moon rules the infinite time. You did have the infinite time part.
I think it's a message for us from Zero Senior and Akane. Remember what she was telling us?
We created the AB project for one purpose. To transport the consciousnesses of 2 people into the past.
You want us to stop Radical 6 from spreading, don't you? You want us to go back in time and stop Radical 6 from spreading, don't you? So what are you getting at?
My God, you're slow. You don't get it? They're saying we rule the infinite time. Infinite time.
Right.
They weren't just talking about having us jump a couple hours. I think they're planning to send us back. Way back.
Wait a minute. Are you saying they think they're gonna send us back 45 years? Yeah! We gotta stop Radical 6 apparently!
I'd bet on it.
God damn it! Alarm! Shut up! So the ultimate purpose of the AP project was to send us back in time to that catastrophe Tenmyoji was talking about.
I think so.
I mean, it makes sense. That doesn't make sense. I just said it made sense. Don't you contradict me, Sigma! I mean, we came for the same time period before it, actually. So why bring us here and then send us back? That's a good question.
Well, Akane should be able to tell us the rest. Let's go pay her a visit.
Yeah, where the fuck is she, by the way? Do you know where she is?
I've got an idea. Come on, think.
Luna?
Remember what she said when she gave you the key?
Tu fui ego eris.
Right! The grave! We never opened up the fucking grave! What have I been saying this entire time that I wanted to get into the grave? Oh, that's what the key is for! It's for the grave! Why didn't I realize that when she gave me the key?
Come on, what are you waiting for? Let's go.
Well, we can't get back in now. We have to go back in time, right? We turn around back into the pressure exchange chamber. The others follow me close by. We can't get back in, though. Can we?
What are you doing?
Alright, he's in a suit. Okay, so then, yeah, she knew that we weren't bringing out Dio.
Did you forget something?
We were going to go have a talk with somebody.
Who?
You really need me to spell it out? The person behind all this.
Akane.
What?
I'll take that as a yes. Let me accompany you then.
Oh,
Wait.
girl!
Why do you know about Akane?
I'll tell you when we get there.
Oh, girl! We're clones of each other or something. I don't know.
I'm coming with you. You folks just said the magic word.
Yeah, we did. That's fair enough.
I'm going to then. So am I.
Are we all?
Is this Akane you're talking about?
Yeah, you know her real well.
Yeah, that's right.
You're serious? What the hell is going on?
Shut up! Just shut up. Come if you want to. We need to do a roll call. We don't need to do a roll. Once we get there, Akane can explain everything. Oh my god. Yeah, we've already gone back in time. What's going back 45 years? With that, we headed back through the airlock. Yes, I'm sure this isn't the true ending. At least according to the walkthrough that I'm doing. Yep. Yeah, this is the fight good ending, and then after the fight good ending, a new path opens, and that is the true ending. So this is not the true ending. How do we get back in? Whoa, 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 whoa. That is... What? Nobody cares about Dio. He's inconsequential at this point.
Clever. The number 9 door on floor A is shut forever once the game ends. Assuming Zero Jr. was telling the truth, of course. But the door on floor B...
Yeah. Thought we might be able to take the lift to it. And it looks like I was right.
Any idea where Akane might be?
Yeah, the grave.
You mean the grave in the garden?
Yeah, don't worry. I don't think she's buried there or anything. Chances are she's alive. Just in the grave. Anyway, let's move. To the garden. Yeah, how are we gonna get back out? That's my question. Also, I love how we finally escaped this place only to walk right back in. I'm just gonna say. I don't know how we're getting out, but that's fine. Akane built all this shit. She probably has a way. I have been dying to open up this. Oh, I've been waiting for so long.
Is Akane really under here?
I think so.
What should we do? Are we gonna dig her out?
No. I don't think we'll have to do anything like that. You see the keyhole in the grave? I just... Hey! I can't believe I didn't realize that was the key for the grave. Why didn't I realize that the moment I saw it? Felt the key off my ankle and fitted it into the hole. I twisted to the right until I heard something unlock. With a quiet grinding, the grave began to shift. Oh ho ho! She cryogenically froze herself!
What is this? It doesn't look like a coffin.
It's the treatment pod.
It's a treatment pod.
Oh my god.
It is, isn't it?
The glass on the cover had frosted over, making it opaque. You couldn't see who or what was in it.
Let's see what's inside.
She grabbed a hold of the lever out of the side of the pod. It's
No
number
good.
0, by the way.
I think it's locked.
Yep. What? Oh.
Treatment pod TP00. Stage 1, defrosting complete.
Oh.
Stage 2 will be complete in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Once Stage 2 is complete, the lock will automatically disengage.
Sleep.
What?
These pods can put people into cold sleep. It uses something called CAS to freeze human bodies without destroying their cells.
So, Ms. Akane's like an ice cube?
I
And we
think so.
gotta wait till she melts?
Yeah.
So how about you tell us your story while we wait, Kay?
Yeah.
Specifically, why do you know Akane?
Because we're clones of each other. Or something.
I
Well, we're not
remembered.
clones of each other, but...
What do you remember?
Everything. I was born and raised in this facility. It's called Rhizome 9.
Right! Like I said, the girl that the woman that was like a mother to him was Akane, and his father is Zero.
A rhizome is an underground plant stem that spreads by sending out roots. Kind of makes sense, doesn't it? This facility is a little like a rhizome. Supposedly, that's why they call these installations that. The number comes from the facility's number.
Of course, 9.
There are 54 rhizomes on the moon, and this is the 9th one. Well, I suppose the other ones don't really matter to you, do they? In any event, I grew up here with Akane and Zero Senior. I watched them create the AB project.
The AB project?
Yes. Its purpose is to send Phi and Sigma, or their consciousnesses at least, to the past.
Back 45 years,
Yes.
right? Yep, they want us to cure Radical 6. Well,
So
or
you
stop
want
it
us to
from ever
change
spreading.
history, huh?
That is, yes. They want us to
Go
change
back
history.
and keep Radical 6 from getting out, and stop the reactors from exploding.
Right.
That's our mission?
Well, not exactly.
Really? What do you mean?
It's true that the ultimate goal of the project is to keep Radical 6 from spreading to the general population. But even if you do make it back, you won't be able to do much. By now, it's already too late.
Too late?
What do you mean? Yeah,
Let
what
me
do you
begin
mean?
at the beginning.
Please do.
You might be thinking that Zero Senior and Akane were the ones who created all this.
Kisa, don't tease me!
But that's not entirely correct.
Really?
They only followed the histories they'd already seen. It was the only choice they had. Nothing less than the future of mankind is at stake. We need the two of you to jump through timelines while maintaining your memories. That is why you had to play the AB game, and why the chromatic doors were necessary. By forcing multiple options, you could make numerous jumps. We speculated that jumping more would strengthen your memories.
Right. Which they did. We remembered more and more as
Puzzles
time
were
went
also
on.
there for a purpose. Some theories hold that a moment of insight when you solve a puzzle strengthens your connection to the fourth dimension. That was the reason for the puzzles. Your infection with Radical 6 was also a vital part of our plan. By slowing down your brain's processing speed, we can store your potential.
Right.
With that energy stored up, we just had to provide a life or death situation to launch your consciousness into the fourth dimension. Like a bullet from a slingshot.
Wait, hold on just a minute here. You keep talking about Sigma and Phi, but what about the rest of us? Why did you bring us here?
That's a good question.
That's simple.
We know Luna. Luna is a robot. We know she was created by
In
Zero,
earlier
so...
histories, you were all here in Rhizome 9. We needed you here to accurately replicate those histories. Although I suppose that's probably not a good enough explanation for you. In a sense, though, it is the truth. Our primary goal was to replicate history. The rest is...
History?
Yes. I suppose I should explain. Very well. I will try and do so in a way you can understand.
Please. Layman's terms.
First, Alice and Clover. They were abducted 45 years and 1 month ago, on December 22nd, 2028. The location is Earth, of course. More specifically, Los Angeles, California. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
After being kidnapped, your bodies were sent to a facility under Akane's direction. You were placed in treatment pods and immediately put into cold sleep. 4 months later, you arrived at this facility. The date you finally arrived was April 14th, 2029. Your trip from Earth to this facility was aboard a spaceship powered by an annihilation engine. Following your arrival, your pods were placed in long-term storage. Does that make sense?
Are you telling me
We were sleeping in those pods here for 45 years?
Yeah!
Yes.
What is going on?
Preparation for this day.
But why? What do you need us for?
You are an Esper, aren't you, Clover? I mean that
Yes.
you are able to access the fourth dimension. Am I wrong?
Did Akane tell you?
In a manner of speaking. As I've already explained, the purpose of this project is to send Sigma and Phi's consciousnesses to the past. Espers are able to sort of resonate
No,
with one
don't
another,
take off your
which
helmet,
can
Kay,
amplify their
because
power.
the whole that's gonna break every ounce of trust we all have in each other.
You understand?
So he wanted to surround us with
This
Espers.
is why we brought you here, Chloe.
What about me?
We needed your help, Alice, to deactivate Dio's bombs.
Huh? But I didn't do anything.
But you did. In another history,
Right.
you were able to perform a prime decomposition on the 25-digit integer that Dio left behind. Only you could do that sort of thing.
Right.
Because of your feat of mathematics, we were about to determine that Dio had planted the bombs. Then we were able to question him and get the password for the number 31. Finally, we used that information to stop the bomb in this timeline. Without your help, Alice, we would have been reduced to nothing more than so much space dust. This history exists because of your presence.
Right.
Now, let me explain why we needed Tenmyoji and Quark. Tenmyoji is simple. We needed you for the same reason we needed Clover.
Right, you're an Esper.
You are able to access the fourth dimension.
Right.
Almost half a century ago, you used that ability to save a young girl, didn't you?
Yeah, we did.
We needed you to resonate with Sigma and Phi, so we brought you here. All it took was a messenger.
Do you want to see Akane? If you do, come with me. I was a fool and fell for it.
And you brought Quark with you. In fact, you insisted that he come.
Yeah, I know. I guess you were worried about leaving me alone, huh? He kept saying he couldn't run off to the moon and leave me behind.
I'm sorry, Quark. If I hadn't been so stupid and selfish, none of this would have happened to you. I never thought this would happen. Can you ever forgive me?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. I only died in terrible, horrible ways in multiple histories. It's fine.
I mean, I agreed to come with you.
Love you, Grandpa.
I thought the moon would be way more interesting than boring old Earth. What kid would turn that down?
We didn't see the messenger after we got on the ship. It was on autopilot. As soon as we got in, we headed straight for the moon. During the trip, Zero told me to keep quiet once we got there. I don't remember anything after we landed.
Then there was a bunch of that white smoke, and we passed out, and when I woke up, I was in the AB room.
Now, Dio. His real name is Left, and he's the leader of a terrorist organization called the Myrmidons.
Correct.
He was ordered to come here. The Myrmidons are under the control of an organization called
Freeze
the Soul,
us all!
which is in turn controlled by a man known as Brother.
Brother!
It was Brother who orchestrated the release of Radical 6 into the general population 45 years ago.
I wonder if Brother is Zero trying to undo his mistake.
Do you
Possibility.
remember what Phi mentioned earlier? The ultimate purpose of the AB project is to change history and keep Radical 6 from being released. If we succeed, that would be bad for Brother and his organization. Our success would prevent them from creating the ideal world they're working toward. That is why Brother sent Left, his trusted lieutenant, to this facility. They needed to stop the AB project. So, Dio was given 2 tasks. The first was to eliminate Akane, the architect of the AB project. The second was to join the AB game and win it. If Dio won the game, the AB project would not be completed. At least, not in that timeline. In other words, in that world, the project would have been stopped. If things didn't go as planned, Dio was given a contingency plan. If you cannot murder Akane and win the game, destroy Rhizome 9. Hence, the bombs.
Can I ask you something?
Perhaps.
How did Brother know
Perhaps.
about the AB project?
He was also an Esper.
Aha!
We can set Brother aside for now, though.
No! I don't want to set Brother aside! I want to know who the fuck Brother is! Answer me, Kay! You potassium-filled
May I
bastard!
proceed?
Yes, you can. No one objected. Yeah, he did do both. I'm wondering why, because there were some timelines where we never saw the bombs. And then there were some timelines where we found the bomb and it never got resolved. And then there was some where he gave us some of the codes. So I don't know what made him... Because Akane, I think, was dead in every timeline except for this one. I think. We were all curious.
Excellent. That explains everyone, save two. Luna and myself.
Well, you're my clone and Luna's a robot, so it's fine.
Sigma and Phi already know the truth about Luna. I don't believe I should reveal any more, however. I think it would be more appropriate if you could ask Luna yourselves at a later time. Would that be all right with you, Luna?
Yes, that's okay.
As for me, as I said before, I was born and raised here. The rest of you were brought to this facility, but I've never left. That makes me someone close to Zero Senior and Akane.
Hey, I've been wondering, who is Zero Senior?
Yes! Who is Zero Senior?
You've already met him, Sigma. In another timeline.
Yeah. Well, I saw a hologram. I still don't know who he is.
Stage 2 is complete. TP00 unlocking.
Ooh, Akane!
It looks like it's finished.
Girl!
Shall we open the pod?
Yes. Yeah, let's do it. Well, it's not going to be 10 minutes in real time. It's 10 minutes in game time. All of us gathered around the pod. The glass is still covered with frost, hiding the contents.
Okay. Let's get started then.
Oh, what are we going to find?
Ready?
It might not even be Akane. If I laid your hand on the lever and looked around at us, I swallowed. Yeah, anytime.
All right. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. It's not even going to be Akane in there, is it? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No! No, game! No! No, no, no! You are not allowed to do this to me! I told you guys that we are Zero! I told you we're Zero! In another time! Suddenly my head was full of memories from other... Yes, we know he looks like us. I'd seen something like this before. The warehouse, the floor B, in front of the white door. Kay was lying in front of me. I grabbed his mask and saw it was me, my own face. I never figured out who he really was. Why was there a man with my face underneath Kay's armor? It didn't make sense. Oh, Kisa, thank you for the host. After I'd seen him, I was injected with tubocurine, and that was the end of that. But wait, if the person in the pod is the same person I'd seen on the floor of the warehouse. Akane was Kay the whole time?
You finally noticed. Didn't I tell you? You won't be alone.
Akane was Kay the whole time!
Watching over you.
No! Oh my god!
Yes, I am.
Ah! I'm done! I'm done! I'm done! I'm done! Goodbye! I'm done! I literally just threw my headset off and walked away from my computer. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Game. Caleb! Where's Caleb's quote about him wanting Mindfox? Caleb, get your quote out, dude. What?
It's you. June. I mean, Akane.
Yes.
But you're old.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank
that's
you.
Correct.
Thank you. Hungry for Mindfox.
I
Thank
haven't
you.
spoken to you in a very long time, Clover. Or you, Junpei.
Ah!
Junpei?
Did he tell you who he was?
Akane.
Maybe not in this timeline.
Long time no see.
Maybe not in this timeline. She didn't know, but I could barely hear what they were saying. My mind was still reeling. It felt like all that had been knocked out, all the air had been knocked out of me. It was all I could do to not collapse right then and there.
When? How long?
Do you remember when the two of you saved me in the warehouse?
Yes. Walmart, yes, can we replay that like 5 times over?
Once you saved me, you
'Cause
went back
fuck
to
Dio.
your future. Well, your minds did at least. I carried your bodies to the 3rd AB room, and then took Dio's to the 5th.
Right. And then you
After
switched
that,
bodies with Kay.
I went into the 1st room and borrowed Kay's armor.
Right. So he's been in there from the beginning of this
So
timeline.
by the time you and Clover came out, you'd already...
Yes.
Oh, wait, that doesn't make any sense. Dio killed you, and then Luna took your body to the 6th room. You couldn't have been in Kay's
No,
armor.
it was me. In this timeline, at least. In this one, I wasn't murdered by Dio. You two saved me.
That's right.
It's just like Schrodinger's cat. Your actions in the future decided who would be inside the armor in the past.
No, Caleb. Do not say anything about anything. What? No, that's nuts.
Alright, what about the other history? The one where you weren't saved.
Okay.
What happens then? Who's wearing the armor?
That's quite simple. The man in front of you.
Him?
Who's also
That's
somehow
correct.
me.
Whenever I'm not in the armor, he is.
What about the memory loss?
For my part, I confess that I lied. He, on the other hand, was telling the truth. Large doses of soporil can cause memory loss. I gave him a rather large dose.
So, who is he?
You've never seen him before?
No.
What about the rest of you?
I have no idea who he is.
But he has our... Oh, this... We were talking about this before, weren't we? That wasn't our face? Maybe that was only our face in those timelines?
I've never seen him before.
But that's our face!
Me either. Total stranger.
Oh! Hey, come on, what are you guys saying? Right here? Same face?
Huh? Huh?
Are you alright, Mr. Sigma?
Oh!
Did you hit your head or something?
Oh! What? It didn't make any sense. Why didn't they recognize me?
Sigma, your consciousness can jump through time. You can inhabit your body in the past or in the future.
So we're old version of us. What does that mean?
Don't you get it? You've jumped to the future. From 45 years ago.
I looked around frantically. A pond. I ran to it and threw myself down on my knees, crawling on all fours as I approached the edge. My heart was hammering in my chest. A cold sweat trickled down my spine. Calm down, damn it. I struggled to take deep breaths, and slowly, I peered into the pond looking for my reflection. Yep! We're Zero! Called it! Yep! We had it! No, this can't be real. This face.
It's your face, Dr. Sigma Climb. Although, to the you that's behind it now, it's your face 45 years from now. Zero.
Yep.
The mastermind of the AB project. is you.
What? No, that's not possible. Well, actually, it is. That's bullshit.
No, it's
it is
the
bullshit.
truth.
We spoke about this possibility before, that it wasn't really his face. And that didn't make sense to me because he said he has my face. But that's the only time we've ever seen his face. And nobody else saw his face, so nobody else could look at it and be like, you two don't look alike.
Fighting it isn't going to do you any good.
And in all of the other photos of us jumping on Dio and doing all that shit, we've never seen our face.
Please, Doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
You will be a pioneer in the field of genetic engineering.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. You created him. Well, I suppose I should say you are going to create him.
Create?
His name is Kyle Klein. Your clone. That is why he looks
okay, so he's
like
a clone of
younger
us.
Version of yourself.
Yeah.
23 years ago, in the biolab here in Rhizome 9, you created Kyle. Well, I suppose for you, that's still in the future. When I said I was born and raised here, I was still pretending to be him. The gravity here is only 1/6 of Earth's.
Right.
If nothing was done, the reduced gravity would cause his bones to be weaker than normal human ones.
Correct.
But you prepared for that. You gave him that armor. Ever since he was born, he's lived inside of it.
So when he did when we saw the little flashbacks and we had the tiny little K and the tiny little armor, that wasn't the game being cute. He was actually wearing a tiny little armor.
It kept his muscles and bones strong.
No!
He wasn't forced into it for the nonary game. He's been wearing it every day, all his life.
Which is why he said that it didn't feel unnatural to him. But why would Future Me create a clone?
He was to be your spare. If something happened to you before the project began, he would take your place.
It was literally a tiny K armor. Oh God! I can't believe it.
I mentioned before that the AB projects A and B stood for after and before. That isn't all they mean, though. The A also means anima, and the B means body. Anima is another word for the soul or the consciousness. Body is, well, exactly what it says on the tin. The past consciousness will go into the future body, and the future consciousness will go into the past body. They switch.
Right.
That was the chief goal of the project.
Wait, so the future person goes into the past person?
Sigma, do you remember the note you found in the garden?
You mean this, right?
Yes. Rhizome 9.
Ah, of course, it was you who investigated the garden in this timeline.
Yeah.
Sigma, take a good look at this.
That's Earth, Nevada test site. I don't think this is like a map of Earth. I think this is a
It's
space
an
map.
illustration of the time jumps your consciousness is making.
Oh. Okay.
A is where everything began.
Right.
December 25th,
Okay.
2028. You inhaled the white smoke in your car and lost consciousness.
Correct.
From there, you jumped to B. January 25th,
Anima is broken in half in FF10, that's true.
2074.
Okay.
You woke up in one of the AB rooms in Rhizome 9. You are in your own body, but it is 67 years old. Your consciousness has jumped 45 years into the future.
Also explains why everybody thought we were such perverts.
I believe that may explain why you didn't notice the reduced lunar gravity. The body you woke up in was much older. Normally, you would have noticed that your muscles were much weaker. In this case, however, the lower gravity balanced that out. Moving on.
Oh my god.
If you continue along this line, what happens next? You reach C, which is January 27th, 2074.
Right.
That is today.
Whoa. Wait, what do you mean? Are you saying it's been 2 days since we woke up?
36 hours to be exact. Have you already forgotten? You were all infected with Radical 6.
That's right.
The virus slowed your brain down. So yes, 36 hours of real time have passed. But to you, it only seemed like 14 hours and 40 minutes.
Right.
Now comes the important part.
Oh, now we got to the important shit!
After this, your consciousness will return to the past. It will re-emerge at point D.
Right.
April 13th.
Right.
2029.
That's what we want to stop.
You
right.
will return to your younger body.
But that's the same day as the reactor explosions.
Yes. That is why I said it will be too late.
I see. So the Radical 6 lead.
You will return to the past, but the events you would want to prevent will have already happened. The story does not end there, however. The line continues. After reaching point D, you will eventually return to B. But this time, you won't be jumping through time, or at least not at a rate faster than normal. Your consciousness will spend 45 years inhabiting the same body until you reach point B. Do you remember when B is Sigma?
January 25th, 2074. According to what you just told us, it's 36
Correct.
hours ago.
That was when the consciousness of the 22-year-old Sigma jumped into the body of 67-year-old Sigma.
And now 67-year-old Sigma is in the body of 22-year-old
So where
Sigma.
did the older version of you go when you took his body?
Back to 2028. Point A. Right, the day that all this
Yes,
started.
his consciousness will go back in time 45 years. For a period of time, he will inhabit your younger body. While your younger consciousness is elsewhere, he will be you in the past.
But once that body reaches point D, my 22-year-old consciousness will come back from point C.
That's correct. When that happens, the older version of you will be ejected from your younger body and return to your body at C.
Right. So it's rotating.
Rotating. I suppose you could put it that way. But look at this illustration closely. What if you take all these lines and untangle them? You get one single line. It may look complicated, but in truth, it's a single straight path.
Yeah.
With one exception.
The line here at point E.
Exactly. Point E is December 31st, 2028.
Which is what we thought today
the
was.
day of the total eclipse.
The day Radical 6 got out of the test facility.
Yes. By now, you've likely figured it out on your own. The purpose of the AB project was to get the consciousness of the 67-year-old Sigma from point B to point A.
So that we can get to point E and stop Radical 6.
If we can do that, we can change what happened 45 years ago.
So the old version of me will keep Radical 6 from getting out by jumping into my 22-year-old body on New Year's Eve 2028.
Yes, that is why this line could not be interrupted. In order for the 67-year-old version of you to reach point B, we first have to go through point D. In order to get to point D, we must jump from point C. And for point C to happen, we had to recreate everything that happened in this facility.
To make sure that we hit all these points.
That is why we have faithfully retraced history up to this point, so that we might save humankind from destruction and undo the horrors of the last 45 years.
Tell me one thing.
What is that?
You said that point C is January 27th, 2074, which is today. There's going to be a jump, and I'll jump to April 13th, 2029.
Yes, that's right.
But look, I'm still old. When is this jump supposed to happen?
Very soon.
Soon?
Yes.
And what's going to trigger it?
We need potential energy stored to send your consciousness into the 4th dimension.
Are you gonna Radical 6 me to death?
Fortunately, we now have plenty of that. Thanks, ironically, to Radical 6. All that remains is to launch your consciousness. Like a bullet from a slingshot.
And how do you propose to do that?
Didn't I tell you? A crisis. A moment balanced between life and death. That can jumpstart your brain.
What do you mean?
You haven't figured it out. I mean this.
Yup. Dio's knife. Now see the words out of my mouth. Oh. Yep! Oh! Fight! I screamed and leapt towards them. Akane was already in motion, the knife diving towards Fi's chest. I was almost there! And we jumped. Did we jump? Ooh. When I regained consciousness, I was on the floor. There was a dull pain in my chest. I felt for a cut, but something was in the way. It took me a moment to realize that Akane's body was lying on top of me. I twisted my neck to look around. Nearby was an old tombstone. On it was written a few words in Latin. Tu fui ego eris. What you are, I was. This is literally what's going on. What I am, you will be. It's literally the switching. And that is the Fi ending. That is the Fi ending, ladies and gentlemen. What a sack of shit that is. Okay, so it's not letting me skip the credits this time when it usually does, so that's interesting. But we're not done yet. We're not done yet, kids. Oh, no, we are not. We've still got the true ending to do. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I'm friends on Facebook with the guy that created this game. He's one of the nicest guys I've ever spoken to. But he is a fucking madman when it comes to this shit. Oh my god. We're not done yet, Rie. We're not done. Oh no, no. Kotaro Uchikoshi, that is the man that I'm friends with on Facebook. He is a crazy, like, this came out of his brain. This came out of his brain. Like, how? Hey Reggie, what's up? I don't understand how this came out of his brain. Oh man. I don't know. It depends on how long the shoe ending takes. I'm not really sure. I don't know how long the shoe ending is gonna take, so... Jesus Christ. We don't even know if it worked! I'm up for the music, though. Oh my god, can we please have more pictures of us killing Dio? Because that's great. And that was the fire ending. A new destination has been added to the flowchart. I believe this will now be the true ending. Okay, here we go. Oh, I just got a, oh, what is that? I couldn't read the name of it because, fuck my life. Alright, 9 trophies should have been obtained. I did not get 9 trophies, that's for damn sure. Time after time, fire and ice, why'd you do that? You Dumas, yes, we got that. Who set us up the bomb part A? Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb, we got that. Escapist redacted, a consummate collection, and a doctor of escapology, we got all that. Using your flowchart, you should now be able to jump to a new path opened on the bottom right. Bottom right? Oh, I'm sorry. Just watch them play out. There's nothing on the bottom right, but there is this. Headquarters, April 13th, 2029. Oh, Jesus Christ!
Today is April 13th, 2029, and this is the evening news. Unfortunately,
What error are you guys talking about? Is the stream okay? Please don't scare me like that, guys. We only used to use that when my computer crashed or when I lost internet. You're scaring me. Alright, here we go.
I don't have any news to read. All of our station's reporters have passed after contracting Radical 6.
Yeah.
So have my... Excuse me. I've managed to keep us on the air until now. But I'm out of tricks. It's time for me to sign off. This concludes our broadcast day. I pray that someday our world can be cleansed of this horrible plague. Goodbye.
Whoa! Ooh! For a moment, I just stared at the TV. The roar of the static seemed to fill the entire room until with a click, it disappeared too. Had the power gone out? I heard footsteps behind me and turned around. We know this robe, guys! We know this robe! We know this robe! Akane! Ah!
It looks like the first step was successful.
What the fuck? You killed me!
Killed?
It's true. I guess technically, but you're gonna kill me 45 years from now, but still! I'm gonna be pissed for it in advance!
Hey, no need to be rude about it. I didn't kill you. I hit you with the butt of the knife. You're fine.
I'm okay?
Yes. You and Phi needed to experience a state of crisis. That was the only way.
Me and Phi?
Yes. I only told you about you, but we also needed Phi to jump.
Oh. Yeah, well, there's the pods.
Now, you know what happens next, right?
We go to the moon.
Correct. We will be leaving tomorrow, April 14th, 2029. We've nearly finished preparing your shuttle. Only a few last-minute checks and additions.
What?
You'll be traveling to Rhizome 9, along with 3 treatment pods.
Alice and Clover, right?
Yes.
What about the third one? Who's in there?
Fi. We put her into cold sleep 2 days ago. She appeared at our headquarters and volunteered to be frozen. That wasn't the Fi who jumped from Point C, though.
Ooh.
It was Fi before she jumped from Point A to Point D.
Oh.
In other words, she was following the same path you are, and she still is.
That means that after you froze her, the Point C version of her jumped back into her body.
Yes. The Point C version of Fi is sleeping in that pod. She'll stay there for the next 45 years, sleeping in ice.
Then when she gets to Point B, her consciousness will jump to Point A, right?
Correct.
Huh. So that's why she didn't look old. So why don't you just stick me in one of those pods?
We can't do that.
Why not?
You haven't figured it out?
Why do you keep saying that? No, I haven't figured it out! Akane!
You have to spend the next 45 years working on the AB project. After arriving at Rhizome 9, you must master genetic engineering and artificial intelligence programming, among other disciplines.
That's fine. That's piece of cake.
Otherwise, you will be unable to create Kyle, Luna, and Lagomorph. And, of course, you will need to develop the chromatic doors and the bracelets. You will also be the person who summons Tenmyoji and Quark. Once you've completed all the preparations, then the project can actually begin. January 25th, 2074. You will defrost Fi and carry her to the 3rd AB room. Once you've done that, the 22-year-old version of you from Point A will force you out.
Right, and show up at Point C.
And you'll just go back 45 years to your own body
show
on
up at
December
Point B.
25th, 2028.
Right. And then I change history. Do you really think I can keep the virus from getting out?
You have to. If you don't, billions of people will die.
She does sound a lot older. Clearly, she's been through some shit.
Only you and Fi can save them.
What about you? Aren't you an Esper too?
I can't do anything on my own. If this is going to work, I'll need your help.
So what I need to... It's the same voice actress, definitely. She's just not like the Junpei. She's like, Junpei. Shut the fuck up.
What do you mean?
Like what specific actions do I need to take? What fine I jump to Point 8, what are we gonna do then?
You'll both enter the Mars mission test site.
And after that?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
What?
I really don't know anything about what happens in there. We don't know how the Radical Six escaped. We don't even know why it was there in the first place.
Oh, crap. Then we're screwed.
That's why we need your help.
Right.
You have the ability to jump through time and across parallel worlds.
So we're just gonna keep jumping all over the place until we get the information we need to stop this shit. And just loop back and forth.
We need you to figure out what happened in that test facility.
Yes, I know, it rarely happens, but we do have double-digit viewers tonight. Hey, all your beautiful faces, I love every one of you.
Things will be difficult. And I'm sure you will find yourself in a great deal of danger. But I believe the two of you can overcome any obstacle.
Wait, how do you know it's so dangerous?
The 67-year-old version of you told me what happened. He wasn't able to stop the virus. So I suppose you could say you told me after you failed.
What did I say?
That the test facility is full of traps. There was one point, a woman's life was in danger. You risked yourself for her sake, and lost your arms and your right eye.
Oh. See, this this is what. But when she scanned us, we didn't see anything on the scanner about our eye. We just saw that our arms were cybernetic. My arms and my right eye. Ooh! What the hell? Suddenly, a low rumble shook the building. What was that?
Have a look.
Was that the bombs going off? I moved slowly to the window and peered outside. Yep. On the horizon, I could see a massive mushroom cloud climbing slowly towards the sky. Would we really be able to change the course of history? No, that was the wrong way to look at it. We did see the scan. We saw on the scan that our arms were cybernetic. She showed it to us. That's so weird. I mean, it was just our body. I guess she didn't think to scan our head, but... no, it couldn't be a question. I had to change history. We could save the world. I'm going to change history. I stared at the darkened sky above us and steeled myself. I would succeed. End or beginning. Achievement unlocked. Fire and ice. Alright, let's see if we have anything else to do just to make sure. Ha, the Akane ending. End or beginning. Love it. Alright. So. Come on, game. I hate that it does this. That whenever it exits, it starts the game over again. There's no need for that. Who doesn't want to smash young Sigma? Let's be honest. Okay. No. No. Thank you. Alright, so, wow, okay, well that was Virtue's last reward. I don't seem to have triggered all of the, I don't seem to have triggered, and this is what's kind of worrying me. I don't seem to have triggered all of the stuff, because I didn't get all of the trophies. I didn't get the 2 trophies I was supposed to get at the end of this, and I'm not sure why. Yeah, I'm really not sure why. But, I'm pretty sure that's it. I'm pretty sure that's everything that we saw. Jesus Christ. Wow. I don't even know what to say to that. Wow. Okay, I don't know if we really have time tonight to start the 3rd game. I mean, I've got, like, about a half an hour. I don't even know if we're gonna get through one cutscene in a half an hour with the way these games go. So I'm not really sure what to do. I guess we could go a little bit later. I mean, sleep is for the weak. I guess we could start a little bit of it, but I can't stream it all night, you know what I mean, guys? Shit. No tips, no tips, no tips. No spoilers, nothing. Please, 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 no. Please, no. Please, no. Please, no. Okay. Are we good? Here's the rules to this, guys. Here's the rules to this. No tips, no tricks, no spoilers. We want to figure this out for ourselves. I would like to try to figure this out for myself. Like I said, if I need your guys' help, I will ask you for it. Yeah, I have no idea how to even check without getting spoiled if Zero Time Dilemma has locks or not. Although I should look it up. Hold on. Alright, I'm going to end the stream here. And then I'm going to look that up. And then I'm going to start the stream back up again with Zero Time Dilemma, which is the third game in the series. I have to change the name of the stream and whatnot. So stick around, stay in the chat. I'm going to look that up to see if there's locks in that one. And then we will start back up again in a couple of minutes. And I will also link you guys the video. I will link you guys the video too. So thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. You know what? I'm not even doing my normal outro today. There are links somewhere. Click them. Join us. My mind is blown. Fuck. Bye.